Click the link in the description for your free Amsoil catalog. Before we get started, I'd like to give a quick shout out to some of our friends. The Eastern Snowmobile Racing Hall of Fame. Search for them on Facebook. Central Minnesota Pond Racing. Search for them on Facebook. The historic Lancaster Motel for the ultimate Eastern trail riding adventure. Crane's Snowmobile Museum at 172 Main Street in Lancaster, New Hampshire. The Vintage Snowmobile Club of America Quarterly Magazine. The New Hampshire Snowmobile Museum at Bear Brook State Park in Allenstown, New Hampshire. If you decide to advertise with the Vintage Snowmobile Podcast, this could be your advertising message. Good evening and welcome to the podcast. I'm really glad you're here. We're going to do things a little bit different tonight. We're going to be spending some time with our good friends at the NBR Racing Team. They're going to join us to talk about their experiences racing both in Eagle River, Wisconsin, as well as Booneville, New York. But before we get into all of that, I want to make sure that everything is working properly. So if you can see my face and hear my voice, I'm going to ask you to leave a comment. Let me know where you're viewing this from and whether you are a first-time viewer or a regular viewer. Now, to our first-time viewers, thank you so much for stopping by tonight. I hope you enjoy this and have a good time with us. And I hope you think about joining us here next week in 1 week's time. This podcast simulcast to 8 different places across Facebook and YouTube. So wherever you're viewing this, circle back here in 1 week's time, and we'll be here waiting for you with another live episode. To our regular viewers who are here each and every week, week after week, month after month, season after season, you guys are the ones that make this possible, and we thank you so very, very much for that. Let's take a few comments, and then we'll bring everyone on, and we'll get this party started. Let's see, my good friend John Spranger Jr. is here from Eland, Wisconsin. Thanks for coming on, John. Oh, I also want to mention to the viewers, please ask questions as we're going through the interview with our friends at NBR Racing. Reese Fleury says, can hear us loud and clear. He's a regular viewer in Tupper Lake, New York. Kevin Culhane says, loud and clear in Sudbury, Ontario, regular viewer. Someone on Facebook saying they can hear us from CNY, Central New York. I think that's what that means. David from Alaska Railroad says, good evening. Sounds great. Regular viewer. Thank you so much for coming on. Keene, New Hampshire can hear us loud and clear. Connecticut. All right. We've got someone here from Connecticut. Brian Van Haverbeek from Mount Bridges, regular viewer. I think he's out in Ontario, Canada. Dominic Anthony Kane from Michigan is here. Nice to see you. Couple more. Okay, loud and clear from Sudbury, Ontario, and I think that's correct. Means CNY must mean Central New York. And Baker Racing is here from the Catskill Mountains of New York. We're going to ask NBR if they know Baker Racing. All right, so let me get to where I need to be here, and we're going to bring everyone on. Here we go, one click away. Gentlemen, how are we all doing tonight?
Hey there. We on?
Cool.
We're doing good up here in Canada, Mike.
Nice. Glad to hear it. I think we're all experiencing a lot of cold. We're all here in the Northeast, and I think we've got some real cold weather coming. But I'm going to put NBR Racing full screen here. These guys have just gotten back from Eagle River, Wisconsin, as well as Booneville, New York, doing some racing out there. And yeah.
What was that? Sorry.
I was just saying that you guys have just gotten back from Eagle River, Wisconsin, as well as Booneville, New York, doing some racing out there. We'd love to hear some stories. Tell us what that was like out there and how you did.
Well, we left on. We were supposed to leave earlier than we did, but that didn't plan. We were hoping to be testing Saturday, Sunday, and head over to the test track, but we didn't leave until what, Saturday night?
Saturday night, about 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, 9 o'clock at night. So it was kind of a little later than expected, but it was still all good. We got out to the test track
Sunday night. What was it? Yeah,
Sunday night.
Sunday night. We got to a hotel and then woke up bright and early Monday morning and headed over to the test track. We spent 2 days just testing and running laps and trying different setups and some different clutching stuff. And
First time we were able to get on the sled.
and it was the first time we were able to even turn some laps. So it was definitely very beneficial for sure.
First time this year running 340 Supermod, so we ran that a little bit. Got the feel for that. Saturday was a little education, but we on Monday, a little education. Then Tuesday seemed to go a lot better and started getting some speed back up on it. So
It was good.
good ice, good place to test. Nice little track. Big shout out to Mark. He's the man. He took the whole day off and spent it with us and plowed the track off and
Kept the track clean.
kept everything maintained up for us. So hats off to him.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Cool deal.
So then we tested there for a few days. I think we left there Tuesday night. Got to our house. Kind of got settled in. We dropped the trailer off, went and washed the trailer. Kind of the first thing we always do when we get there, just swing into the car wash, right? Probably not even half a mile down the road. Wash the trailer all up, wash the truck. Went and met with the guys at the Derby complex and got our top 10 parking, and we were able to park the trailer, get the generator out, fire it up, kind of unloaded some of the big stuff that we could, and then cranked the heat up in there, so we were ready to go for Wednesday morning.
And what we do Wednesday?
Yeah. Pretty much Wednesday morning, we kind of just got the trailer set up. We kind of spent some time relaxing, really.
Yeah.
Because we've been driving for so long.
26-hour ride, so
Unbelievable.
definitely sitting that long in the pickup. Definitely need a couple minutes to stretch out.
Yeah.
Yeah, some well-needed
At
rest.
least.
Right. But no, that was good. We kind of got to relax and not feel rushed. And I know the boys kind of went through the sleds because we spent a lot of test time and turned a lot of laps. So they were changing studs. They pulled the clutches and went through the clutches. Had the steering apart, going through all that, kind of giving everything a real good look over before we started our time trials on Thursday morning. Or afternoon, I should say. But
Yeah, we're supposed to have practice Thursday morning. They canceled it due to lack of ice. So unfortunately, the first time we went out was time trials.
Time trials.
Sure.
But we had a pretty good time trial. I think mine was 37
37.5,
37
37.6.
flat.
37 flat. And then the other one was like a 37.2, I think, which was, it was pretty good. I mean, it was 24th, I believe is where we ended up. 24th fastest. There was 81 entries, so, and that was including like the buybacks.
No,
But
after buyback.
After buyback.
Too.
102 entries, 102 after buybacks. So we were super happy for me to qualify 24th, and Spencer went out with his 340 and wanted to get some seat time too. So
Yeah, so time trial did with 340 and finished 48th, I believe,
Something.
overall.
yeah, 48.
48th overall, so a little underpowered, but it was definitely fun to do the 2 laps and
Get some seat
get a
time.
little seat time on the track. I never raced there, so it was good.
Nice. Very cool. Very
So
cool.
and then
Take the top 36, so quite a few got bumped.
oh yeah, a ton of people got bumped for sure.
Had 81 entries total,
And then 102.
102 with buybacks, so they take the top 36, so well over half got bumped.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you never raced on
Well,
the track
yeah,
before,
I
what did
mean-
you think of it?
The track,
Yeah.
it was great for what they had for ice and for what they had to work with. I thought it was great.
If I remember right, I think Craig said they lost the track twice this year before they got started, before with the rain and warm weather came in, and so they did exceptionally well with
What they had.
what they had, that's for sure.
Nice.
Didn't you find the corners really sharp on that track?
Oh, they were super sharp, but they had them really low too. I mean, the traditional Eagle River is usually up on the bank.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to preserve as much ice as they could, and they kind of pushed the infield right back and got them corners right to the telephone post there, and kind of made the track shorter. I think that's why you saw some faster lap times for sure.
Definitely an asterisk next to the fastest lap. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and they did a new track record there this year, 34 something.
there's 34 something, but there's definitely an asterisk next to that.
Yeah, I mean, the track was so short though. I mean, but at the end of the day, still track record. So
Yeah. Very cool. And that brings us to what day are we now? Friday or Saturday or?
We'd be on Friday.
yeah, so Thursday we had time trials. Friday we started some heat races.
Yeah, Friday started races.
Friday we started some heat races. I don't think we did no WC stuff until Sunday.
It's all Friday, Nathan.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Spencer had
Heat race for the Supermod.
Tom.
So I had a heat Friday for 340 Supermod. I made the heat.
Yeah.
And I made it to that afternoon. I made it to the semifinal, and I missed it by 1. Had to finish 5th or better. I finished 6th, so that bumped me out of that. And then I had a heat race for a 340 liquid. Made the heat and did not make the final. Made it to the semi again.
Into the semi.
Wow.
So I got bumped again. So that ended my weekend.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, but no, it was all good. It was all fun. Sled came back in one piece. So
That was good.
Nice.
We raced Friday Night Thunder, made it through some heats and some qualifying, ended up getting bumped out. I think it was
one spot was in.
After a very rough race.
yeah, we were one spot out from making it in the semi. But I mean it was rough racing, but it's all right. How it goes.
Yes.
But so that was Friday night. That was the Friday Night Thunder. We were learning a lot on the sled too. I mean, the track was definitely different from what we tested on. So we were making a ton of changes too. I feel like we didn't really all weekend, knock on wood, we really had really good luck with making changes that were beneficial. I don't think we made a single change that hurt us, which was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Nice.
And then
What was your main
Saturday,
class you went down for? What was your
What was that
main
again?
class you went down for?
440 Supermod.
Supermod?
The WC.
We were racing for the WC.
Okay.
But we also did run 800 Supermod, Friday Night Lightning, and the WC class, and the 440 Liquid Supermod.
So you got a lot of track time in.
Yeah, it was good. It was very beneficial, I think, for sure.
Yeah, we tried a lot of things in those smaller classes to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah,
more.
we touched a lot of that too when I signed up for that. I pretty much use it as test time, more or less.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, every time you go out, you don't want to make such a big change. So you keep making these little adjustments, and every time you get to go, you can say, oh, that's better, rather than making a big adjustment and go completely in the wrong direction and then be in trouble.
Yeah. So I had a chance to do a lot of refinements. So you had a chance to do a lot of refinements.
I heard you, Mike.
Okay, cool. Because I know that the audio is not the best over there in the shop. I know they have a hard time hearing us, but yeah, I'll let you guys please continue your story into Saturday and Sunday.
Sorry about that. You just got there. So Saturday we had our WC heats. The World Championship heats, quarterfinals, semifinals. So we started with a heat. I think we won our first heat.
Yeah.
We won our first heat, which advanced us to the
Straight to the semis.
straight to the semis. Then we finished second, and the top two went to.
Finals. The WC.
No, there was more than that. We did 2 heats and then a semi.
Oh,
Yeah, we did 2 heats and then a semi. We won the first one, finished second in the second one, which put us to the semis, and then we finished second in the semis. That put us to the front row of the World Championship.
Nice.
Who beat us in that semi?
It was Russell's.
Ross Olsen.
Yes. Yep, the number 5 there, Ross Olsen. He got us on that, but he was fast. He was real fast. So yeah, that was awesome. We were pretty excited. We were very excited just to make the WC because there was so many great people and so many great sleds. And I mean, this year we've made it. We got 7th last year in the WC. We got 10th the year before. But this year, when we were going into it, we knew it wasn't going to be very easy. It was going to be very hard. And just to make the WC alone was going to be an accomplishment that we were all just hoping for. So when we made the WC on the front row, not even having to go to the LCQ and to the back row, we were all very excited and very happy for all of us, I think, as a team. And then, so we kind of hung out, went out for dinner, and then Sunday. Yeah, Sunday was the WC. We kind of just got ready and kind of relaxed actually, because it wasn't until we actually all went up to a hot box. We watched the LCQ race.
Lucas was glad he got to watch the LCQ, not be in it.
Yeah, that LCQ, man, that was a crazy LCQ. I'm glad I wasn't in that.
That LCQ was like a normal WC.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was back and forth. It was rough race. I'm super glad I wasn't in that. And then, so we kind of watched that and kind of relaxed. And I know when I went back to the trailer, I took a little nap before. I was pretty tired and just exhausted from the driving and the long week of racing and cold. So we did that, and then the boys, they were working, they were going right through that thing. They were changing, I think they just about changed every stud on the track. It was pretty close. Spencer, he had carbides off, he was changing those. Sean had the clutches all apart, he was going through those. I know my brother, he was more or less kind of trying to keep me in the zone and just keeping my focus there and keeping me focused and keeping the waters to me. He kept telling me stay hydrated. But it was all big. It was a good team effort, and we kind of So we got ready for that. We got down and turn one. We had a wreck. I got hit. I don't know who sled, but it was just everyone coming off the line, going into turn one, and it was just a pile up. And I was all the way on the farthest outside against the wall, and we had a really good hole shot. We were probably mid to top five, probably, or top four up front, and then I got hit from behind. The sled came. I was coming into the corner, and the sled kind of hit me on an angle.
And it was on its side. So
Yeah.
the skis were up.
Yeah, it was on its side. It flipped, and it was sliding on its side, and kind of hit me. The carbide ran over my bicep and hit my bicep. It ended up hitting my helmet. Kind of spun my helmet around. Popped my shield off. And yeah, and it hit my leg and it hit my femur. Oh my God, I thought my femur was broke.
Oh,
It hurt so bad, and then I ended up having to jump off when it went into the bales. And I think there was 3 of us down. And then we got it out of the hay bales and got it started up. And Mason tuning, my helmet was broke from where the ski hit it. It cracked the front of it. Mason Chuney was in the accident, and he was nice enough to give me his helmet so I could keep racing. And so I grabbed his helmet, and we ended up getting back out, and nothing was broke. Skis were all good. Steering was tight. But the pain in my leg was, I couldn't even bend my leg. I couldn't even walk on it.
wow.
But we kept going, and there was a couple sleds that blew up, and there was another accident, and it was just one thing after another, and I just kept saying, I just need to just keep going, and next thing you know, it was checkered flag, and we were sitting P3. It's crazy. It's a dream come true. Couldn't believe it.
For sure. In fact, I've got an image here. Let me find it. Here you are on the podium.
Yeah. I bet you right there, Mike, I probably didn't. If you asked me how my leg was, I'd tell you it was fine.
Wow. From the adrenaline of coming in third.
Yeah, I probably was walking around on that thing perfectly fine, but until I left.
It didn't last long.
No.
Wow. Now, was there any actual injury to your leg, or just more of a bruise, or
A bruised muscle, I guess, or a bruised bone or something. I don't know.
So Sabrina got second.
But it was
Sabrina got first. Who got second?
Curtis Peterson.
Oh, okay.
I think he's did he win it last year?
No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago he won it.
That's pretty
Nice.
good results.
Second last year.
for sure?
Yeah.
You're gonna be pretty proud with
For sure.
results like that.
Yeah, no, I'm super happy. I mean, I think we're all super excited and happy for all of us, really.
Look how many
Yeah.
people packed theirs in the trailer and went home.
Yeah.
Yeah. On Thursday night. Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot
because
of
only
guys
top
don't even
top
time
36
for
move on, don't they?
Yep, top 36.
Yep. The other people, they say thank you for showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
So
No, it was great.
before we go any further, I'm going to take some comments, and then we're going to do a couple of quick announcements, and then we've got some images from your racing you've been doing over the last few weekends, as well as some video clips. So let's take a few comments here real quick. We've got Stacy and Art Fosler from Plattekill, New York. They're regular viewers. We've got David from Alaska Railroad saying good evening to Rob and the NBR team. As it turns out, David will be in Eagle River 2 weeks from tonight. Very cool.
Yeah, World Series.
And then we've got Randy Highland. Good evening from St. Anne, Manitoba. I've got someone on Facebook saying congrats to NBR for your showing at Eagle River. Makes me wonder what WC 2024 will bring. For sure. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
You guys do better and better every year, so you never know, man.
We just
Now
hope for top 36 and qualify.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we've got James Spranger. He's the brother of John Spranger, who was just making a comment earlier. He's saying good evening from Wausau, Wisconsin. Now we've got a question. Someone on Facebook asking, what make of sleds are you guys running?
Polaris.
Nice.
Polaris Starfires.
Sweet. Sweet. And it turns out this person making the comments is Josh Leverker. He's a good friend of ours, and he's going to be on here next week doing some show and tell. And he's saying, "Hey," and then the other thing I wanted to circle back to, Baker Racing. That might be Jerry and Diane Baker from the Catskill Mountains of New York. And I think you guys met them last
Miss
weekend in
Diane.
Booneville. Yes, I
Yes,
figured it.
Miss Diane. She's a sweetheart.
She sure is. Her and Jerry are amazing. They've been on the podcast as well.
No, no kidding.
Yeah, yeah. And then Josh Leverker says, yeah, great in Eagle River. Cool deal. So we're at the portion of the program where we do some announcements. We're on item number 2. We're going to take maybe 5 minutes or so for some quick announcements, and then we'll get back into the conversation with NBR Racing. We're going to look at some more images and some video clips. So right now, Rob is going to talk to us about AMSOIL. I'm going to put you full screen, Rob.
Okay, Mike. As people's heard before, AMSOIL is a great opportunity where you can become a preferred customer and buy directly from AMSOIL. Why pay full retail when you can buy directly from AMSOIL and save 25% off all the products? Mike has an email on the bottom of the page with his account number and all that for anybody who wants to sign up. But by being a preferred account, you get 25% off the product. You order $100 worth, you get free shipping. On your birthday, they give you a $5 coupon. Every time you buy $100 worth, you get another $5 coupon. It costs you $20 at the end of the year to renew. So if you ordered 3 times and had a birthday, there's your renewal cost right there. Why pay full retail where you can buy it directly from AMSOIL and save 25%?
For sure.
And AMSOIL has bonuses once in a while. If you buy so much, they're going to give you a hat or something like that. This month, they have the 3 gloves and funnels available. So anybody's buy $75 worth of AMSOIL, they give you a 3-pack of the funnels and a 6-pack of nylon gloves, just for a bonus for ordering. You order $100 worth, free shipping right to your door. Why go out and buy AMSOIL when you can have it shipped right to your door and save 25%?
Absolutely. And like you said, there's a link in the description. If you're curious about joining that preferred customer program, just click that link. It'll get you started. It's a $10 membership fee. It's almost like a Costco membership. And in most cases, you're going to save more than that $10 right on your first order, especially if you click the preferred customer box first, and then that sets you up for all of those discounts. Yep. It's an amazing value.
If you want more information on just about all the AMSOIL products available, Mike also has a free calendar he'll mail out to you. Catalog, I meant.
Sure. Yeah, here's the graphic for that, and yeah, link in the description for a free catalog as well. Absolutely. Well, cool. Yeah, I appreciate that, Rob. And let's see here. We've got a few announcements to make. Now, one of our regular viewers, Spencer DeLubrier, a couple of months ago, this is back in October, he had sent some images from the Arcticat 60th anniversary event. And one of the images was that image that you see in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. It was a truck that Arcticat used to tow their racing team to their equipment to various events. And he's got this other image that he found with that truck towing a trailer. And if you look close, I'm going to pose this as a question, but I almost think those sleds on that trailer look like they might be 73 EXTs. Now, Josh Leverker has a 73 EXT. Maybe he can confirm that for us. Maybe his eyesight's better than mine, but I'll let you guys take a look at that and see what you think as to what those sleds might be. But let me read you the message that that Spencer wrote me about these images. So he says, thanks again for featuring my photos. I'm rarely able to catch your podcast live, but I always watch it on YouTube the following day. Some questions came up on that semi-truck on that episode in October. That particular one that was at the show is owned by the Gottschalk family in Minnesota. Now, they have a vintage snowmobile and John Deere museum in the city of Kimball. There are a few of those trucks still around, but a number of them were used to pull the Snow Pro race team trailers back in the 70s. I know that Tom Rowland and from Thomas Snow Sports in Minnesota has one as well. So is anyone looking at this? Do you want to take a guess at to what year that might be? Those sleds on the graphic on the side of that trailer. And while we're looking at that, I've got a comment coming in. Oh, yes. I think Josh Leverker is saying 1973. So he believes that's 73. But, and then a couple other quick announcements. Vintage Snowmobile Show this Saturday at Crane's Snowmobile Museum in Lancaster, 172 Main Street. I don't know if the NBR team is planning to go to that. They're in the area. And apparently, no matter how cold the weather is, they're going to have that show, and I'm planning to go no matter what. So hopefully we'll see you guys there. And, to the NBR group, are you guys planning to go to that show Saturday?
Unfortunately, we would love to go, but we'll be racing in Eganville this weekend.
Oh, that's this week. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was this weekend. Cool. And then we've also got another show next weekend, the Saturday the 11th. The Country Riders Snowmobile Club is having a vintage snowmobile show on Tatro Road in Newport Center. It's going to be their second annual vintage sled gathering with a hot dog roast. Registration and start time is 10 a.m. And they're having that next weekend. One other show I need to tell you about is the third annual Great North Woods Vintage Snowmobile Ride, Saturday, March the 4th in Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. The details are there on the screen. And if you're viewing this and feel like it's going by too fast after the podcast's over, just find the spot on the podcast and to freeze the frame for a closer look. But yeah, those are the announcements. Any comments before we go on and take a look at some images and video clips?
Every week there seems to be more and more shows popping up, eh?
For sure.
Yeah,
It's that time of year. It's that magical time of year.
Yep.
For sure.
it's really good that there is some good shows around, though.
Yes, for sure. Oh, so here's a good comment. Stacy and Art Fosler wanted to know what brand of motor was used in the 70s in the Polaris snowmobiles.
It was Fuji's.
Cool deal. Cool. And then we've got Keith Jash from Harwinton, Connecticut saying hello. We've got Dominic Anthony Kane says, I know a guy that has a die-cast model of that truck. That would be cool to see. Very cool. We've got someone saying hello on Facebook. And then we've got glad to hear that you guys will be racing in Eganville. Cool deal. Cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start popping some images on the screen. And if you guys have comments, stories, or anything to go with these, please share. This, I believe, is in your trailer, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, that's in the race trailer, and that is a Formula 500.
Formula 500.
Built that last year.
Last year, yep.
Nice.
Are you racing it this weekend?
No, I'll just be running the 340 and a 440 Supermod.
Okay, because I'm sponsoring the F500 class this weekend.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
Yeah.
No kidding.
Nice. And then here's another shot in the trailer. I think this is the Spencer's hoods.
Yep, the front one there is Spencer's F500. That's Spencer's Supermod hood, the old hoods from last year.
yep.
And then we got a champ in the front,
In the middle.
there, and then a champ in the back.
Yes. Nice. And this is the outside of the trailer. That is a seriously long trailer, isn't it?
Yeah, 36 feet.
36
Get
feet.
longer.
Yeah, the boys tell me we need a bigger one.
We've honestly been looking into a little bit longer.
Wow. I think you should get one with a second floor and a basement too.
That would be nice.
That would-
Living quarters in the front. Maybe we should just get a tractor trailer front.
There you go. Nice. Maybe they'll sell you one of those old Arctic ones.
There you go. Yeah. Maybe it'll be a donation.
There we go. Yeah, we'll see if we can
I'll
pull some
start running
strings
Arctic.
for
All
you.
right.
So let's see. Now this is this must be at Eagle River just after you won the third place there.
Yep, that was the when we all come down to the front line there, and kind of everyone comes out, and there's a bunch of people taking pictures, and they give us our trophies, and we've got that great picture of the team and the trophy and the sled. You can see the tacks falling out.
Yes.
If you look closely right above the handlebars, you'll see the tacks just hanging by the wires.
Piece of hay fence and.
Yeah, there's a piece of hay fence from when I went into the hay bales stuck in under the hood there.
By the Polaris.
Yeah, by the Polaris sign there.
Souvenirs to bring home.
What's that?
Souvenirs to bring home.
That's right. That's right. Midge actually told me I can't take the piece of hay in there, so he says that's a memorabilia. So, but no, it was two laps to go, and I remember coming out of 1 and 2, and I looked over and I hit a big bump, and my tack came right out of the bracket, and it started dangling around. And I'm trying to go. I've got it wide open down the straightaway, and this was Sunday, so the track was rough. And I'm trying to grab the tack to put it back in. I said, screw that thing. I got to make sure I can hang on.
Yeah.
So,
Crazy. Now, there's one image I especially wanted to hear the story about, because I know there's a story around this. But tell me what we're looking at here and what the story is around this and what you might be thinking and feeling as that's happening.
Yeah, so that's on the front stretch before the World Championship started or starts. We all kind of go down through driver introductions, and then we all gather around the cup. And forget the fellow's name, but he's a manager, I believe. What was it? The Rev. He does the prayer and does all the prayer and all that stuff before, and then he says, gather around the cup. And then he says, next, and then he tells us all to like put our hand on the cup and look around to your fellow racers. You must first finish before finishing first. The next person to hold this cup will be in victory lane or something like that. There's no even words to describe that feeling when you look around to all 10 or 12 drivers that made it out of the 81 entries. It's crazy.
What an amazing experience that must be.
Oh, yeah. Can't even describe it.
Yeah, to feel that you've gotten that far, and then the next step could be you're the next person touching that cup as the winner. That could possibly be it.
You never know. I mean,
and at that point, can you feel the desire and can you taste it that I want it to be me?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
The adrenaline's really pumping there.
That's amazing. Very cool. Cool. So we've got a few more images, and then we've got video clips too. These are some of the sleds in the shop.
Yeah, so the one on the left would be Lucas's WC third place finisher, and on the right side would be my 340 Supermod.
Nice.
Both Brandon Gent's chassis. Lucas's is a 2021, and mine is a 2020.
Yeah. Nice.
Both have Flannery engine power plants in them. Hats off to Doug. Doug does a great job. Built us a couple good engines this year, and hopefully we can continue the relationship.
Wonderful. Very cool. And then this is on the track, I imagine. What's going on here?
Yeah, that's at the test track in Clintonville, Wisconsin.
That's when we were doing a lot of testing and we were changing up. We made a bunch of changes. We would go out, run 3 laps, and we'd pull the computer out and just look at all the data from jack shaft RPM to drive shaft RPMs to the miles per hour to corner off exit speed, entry speed. We were looking at just RPM on the engine in general. You can see Tucker on the right side of me has got the clipboard there, so he was jotting a bunch of notes down for the week. Sean on the left side was warming it up or maybe taking some notes on engagement. But that picture, I really like that picture. That one's that shows that there's a lot more that goes into it than just hopping on it and racing,
Yeah, for sure. A lot of behind the scenes things going on. A lot of data to analyze.
Yeah.
Was that track the same size as Eagle River?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Were you the only two
Mark
testing?
had that thing mapped out pretty good. And we were actually hitting speeds exactly what we were hitting at Eagle River. So
Was there other teams there testing too?
Yeah, it was. Sabrina actually showed up. Jay Middlestead showed up. They were there just Monday. We actually spent Monday and Tuesday, but they were there Monday. There was a couple other teams there. So it was busy, but we tried to get there first. We were the first ones there both days, and so we kind of got a lot of testing in before anyone else showed up.
Good idea.
Nice. And then
that picture is actually from this past weekend, racing in Booneville, New York.
Yep.
We raced for the Adirondack Cup, and in that picture is our pro champ, 440 champ sled. We must have been going around 1 and 2.
nice. And then what are we looking at here?
That photo is at Eagle River in the paddock. And that is Lucas's 440. And by the looks, if I had to guess, that would have been Saturday.
Saturday. Cool. And this is Spencer's sled.
Yep, that's me. So that would have been on Friday. Looking at the people in the class, that should have been 340 Supermod Heat.
Yes. And here's Spencer in action.
Yep, and then that picture would have been me at doing time trials on Thursday.
Sweet.
That's a
And
pretty
then-
good picture. I like that one.
That is nice. Yeah, that's suitable for framing
Yeah,
right there.
good corner photo.
For sure.
I like this next one.
This one.
And then I like this one too because I'm in the front.
Yeah, that's the best place to be.
Now that one you see in front of
That's actually this past weekend in Booneville. And that should be Saturday's picture.
Saturday. Nice.
Yeah, so that day we finished P3
Nice.
for the day.
Very cool. Very cool. And then this
Booneville
is-
have a
that's
good turnout
for-
for machines.
It was down a little bit for sure, but no, there was still good class turnout in the Supermod class for sure.
Good.
I think we had probably close to 10 entries in both classes, or maybe a touch more.
At Eagle River, where do they park all the race teams? Like, there's a lot of
Oh my
teams there.
goodness, they're packed in there like sardines. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is the past 2 years or 3 years, no, 2 years, we've been able to park in the top 10 parking. So when you pull into the pit parking, when you pull right in off the main road, you start going down a long straightaway, and right along the straightaway is where the top 10 from the WC from the year before get to park. So we get to pull right in there before anyone's there, drop the trailer, and when it's time to go, we can pull right in and hook on and go. We don't have to, because they usually park them and the tongues are towards each other, and you kind of got to wait to get out.
Yeah, some guys wait day and a half to get out.
Yeah. But
Wow.
so we knock on wood, have gotten lucky so far with the parking there. But they're parked everywhere. And I was talking with one of the drivers from the champ weekend, which would have been the weekend after us. And because I made a comment, I said, wow, there was actually a lot of people on the hill by the grandstands. And usually there's not that, I mean, they're inside or whatever, but the inside was filled in. There was still a good amount of people out. And they said usually the weekend after, there's no trailers in the pits, but there's a bunch of people in the grandstands.
Sure.
Oh.
So it was a good turnout to have it both this year.
Nice. Now, also, while I'm thinking of it, I believe you came back from Eagle River with a ring, and I'm also wondering if it's possible that that's the trophy from Eagle River behind you. I'm wondering if it's possible to bring that up close to the camera so we can get a look at that. Wow. Very cool.
That's a good size
That's a good
trophy.
one. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's some hardware right there. Absolutely.
That one's the best. I'm gonna get a glass case for that one.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, congratulations so much. That's amazing.
Yeah, get the ring.
And then
Yes, the ring.
the ring there.
Yeah.
Nice. You guys got to be proud of that stuff.
Oh yeah. On the side, they got it all marked in there and whatnot.
Like a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely gonna get a glass case for those and hang them up. That's a dream come true right there.
Oh yeah, for sure. That'll pass on to the grandkids and great grandkids, and
Yeah,
for sure. That'll be a family heirloom for generations to come.
Yeah.
For sure. Now we've got a few comments that have come in. Let's take a look at these, and then we'll look at some clips here. Someone's saying nice looking SM, and wanting to know also who builds your SM engines.
Oh, Doug Flannery Motorsports.
Nice. And then we've got David from Alaska Railroad saying gorgeous sleds, NBR. One day I'm hoping to own a 73 650 Starfire and a 78 RXL.
Nice.
Cool deal.
Well,
Cool.
the old Starfires, those are cool. The old triples.
Yes.
Yeah. Sound good too.
Oh yeah. So let's see what we've got here for video clips. Before we get into the stuff from Eagle River, I want to play a quick video of you guys practicing up in Maine on a lake up there. Let me play that clip real quick, and then because it's just a 35-second clip, and then we'll look into some of the stuff from Eagle River. Cool. Any thoughts about that?
Yeah, that was a sketchy day. There wasn't very much ice out there.
Oh,
We
Wow.
we were a little nervous to go out there. We tried to enter on the lake there on one spot, and we started sliding the sled across the ice, and the skis actually ended up falling through the ice. And we said no, and pulled it back out. And we went
Trying a different spot.
and we went and found another spot that we were able to skinny the sled out. It was just where the shore was. It was soft. It was very thin, but about, I don't know, 20 feet, 30 feet out. It was good 7 inches ice. So,
Oh, good. Yeah, that's nerve-wracking though, no matter what. Yeah, that's
oh my God. I was like, we leave to go to Eagle River in a week and we're going to risk this. But we needed to get some test time in, and
Sure.
we didn't even get that much test time. We only tested for about an hour. We drove 4 hours up, and we probably tested for an hour and had some big problems. So we had to pack up and come home.
Sure. Were you able to still gather some good data though from that 1 hour?
No,
No. Oh no. Wow.
no, we had an engine from the year before or whatever, and we had a rod bearing lock up within like 20 or 30 minutes.
Oh. That's
We didn't even
maddening.
get a half a tank of fuel through it, and
Oh.
rod bearing locked up, sent the hole through the bottom of the case, and the nightmare started from there.
Oh, that's maddening.
How much extra spare
Yeah.
parts do you take with you to Eagle River?
We bring a whole backup sled.
Oh yeah.
And probably a whole nother sled of backup parts in the tow.
Yep.
Sure. So plenty of spare parts, and you never know
It's
what
too
you're
far
gonna
to
need.
go without It's too far to go without spare parts.
What
Yeah.
part breaks the most? Tie rods? Chain cases?
Tie rod ends, definitely. They get sloppy, and then because every time we bring the sleds in, the boys always check the toe.
Yeah.
And it never fails. Probably every 3 or 4 races have to put new tie rod ends on. They just get sloppy, and then your toe starts playing games on you. And
Full long it's hunting and
yeah, it's hunting on the track or darting, and
Yeah.
or it's towed in, it's plowing. So it's good to keep an eye on those.
How long
Sure.
do you get out of your front drives?
I haven't changed them yet.
no.
Oh, good.
No, but the sleds aren't that old. I mean, this one was built in 2021. We didn't really run this one much last year. We kind of did some testing with it. and kind of got it more ready for this year than anything else. It was all brand new this year, minus probably 3 or 4 hours on the pond testing.
Nice. So I've got some footage. I believe this is probably after your time at the podium. This is a comment that you made with a reporter on TV. Let me pull this up here and let's take a look.
4 or 5 times coming into one, not even making get through turn 1. When we went up in the bales, the guy said, "All right, I need your help to put it on the tow board." I said, "This thing ain't leaving yet." So can't thank everyone enough. My team, I can't thank them guys. It wouldn't be possible without any of them. All of our sponsors, my parents, I don't know where they are. I know my mother went crying when she saw me go up there. I don't know. Always dreamed of it and can't believe it.
Well, congratulations.
Wow, what a special moment that must be.
Nice interview.
Oh, great.
Now, was that after the
Yeah.
podium, or is that between the track and the podium, or?
No, that was we finished there. That was at the end there. So that was right up when we were getting pictures taken, and they brought up the trophies and whatnot.
Nice. Yeah, that's going to be an amazing moment.
Oh
And then-
yeah, a dream come true for sure.
Oh, yeah. And then here's another clip with you continuing talking to the reporter. Let me click this up here.
On his players, this is the 481 driver, Lucas Nast. And who would you like to thank, Lucas?
I'd like to thank my entire team that made the drive out here, all the way from New Hampshire. They've been working hard all summer and this week, so I'd like to thank them. I'd like to thank all of our 2022-2023 sponsors for this season. I'd like to thank Flannery Motorsports for the power plant, and Ed Libby for giving us some test time and some help. Really making it all come together for this week, so I think, sure I'm missing someone, but thanks to everyone, really.
All righty.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very
that was
cool.
before the race there.
Oh, that was before the race, yeah?
Yep.
The helmet was still in good shape there, eh?
Yeah, there wasn't good stuff there.
Yes. And then we've got a couple of drive-bys from the Booneville races. I think that was last weekend, correct, Booneville?
Yep.
All right. Cool. Yeah, let's take a look at these drive-bys real quick. Yeah. What kind of speeds were we talking about there?
Just shy of 100.
That's amazing.
Wow.
And the sled feels pretty stable at that speed?
No, honestly, I did not. So we raced Saturday morning. We went out for the semi-pro champ, and we went out for the pro champ final. And we ran a couple times, and I came in and I said to the boys, I said, I just don't feel comfortable on it. And I said, for the speeds that we're going, 100 miles an hour, I'm not going to run it the rest of the weekend, because I just didn't. We needed to really spend more time getting set up a little better. It was twitching on me. It wanted to toss me off coming into the corners. And we kind of sat down quick and kind of discussed it. And I said, we're not going to run it anymore for the weekend. We're going to focus the weekend on the super mod for the Adirondack Cup. And then Sunday came around. We raced. I said, screw it. We'll run the semi-pro champ. We went out and took second in semi-pro champ with that sled. And then they said, I thought you weren't going to go that fast. So I said, I weren't planning on it, but everything just worked out good.
Good.
And then after that, we had our 440 Supermod Adirondack Cup, and we got second in that behind Sabrina. And then right after that, they had the Pro Champ 440 Final Adirondack Cup. And I told them, I'm going to go out there and at least, ride around in the back and get our entry fee money back. And then I felt good at first. I was tired from the other two races being back to back. So I kind of knew I wasn't going to be able to go all 7 laps or whatever it was. And we were good. We were running second for 4 laps, and then I just couldn't hold on anymore, and I thought I was going to fall off, so I said I better back her down a little.
Yeah.
So,
Well, cool. Here's another drive-by. Let's take a look at this. Close that door. Cool. Yeah. So similar
So that
speeds
one-
on that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, that one we had pretty close to the same speeds. I mean, we were hitting right around 93.
Yeah.
The other one we were hitting right around 100, just shy of it. So, I mean, pretty close speeds, very fast. That was the Adirondack Cup final. You could see Sabrina had a pretty good sized lead on us, but we were running second there. So,
Gotcha. Now I've got a couple of clips here. I don't know which chronologically came first because I don't really have the titles that I can view, but these are from Wisconsin. So I'll just play one and get your comments on it.
Oh, he's got good speed.
you? It's me on the okay, yeah. That's what got us into the final. That was the semi, wasn't it? That got us out into the WC. Yeah, well, that's Bart's right behind me.
I guess it doesn't.
I think the games for sure. That was Brzezinski behind.
Come on, look. Stay up there. Buddy's running the line.
Stay up there.
Don't try to local. He looked hard there, didn't he? Yeah. There he goes.
On the go.
Hold it.
You know that's the fire. Put his angles right there. Come on, Eddie. That was a good shot. You can see how rough it is.
Front row back. Good too. Good cut off. All right. What's that?
How was that?
Yeah, look at yeah.
Yeah, very cool. What can you tell us about that?
So we were just talking that whole time, but we were like, what race is that? But that was the semi final to get us into the world championship. You could see I was pretty happy there at
little
finishing
fist action,
second
yeah.
there. Yeah, I was super excited. We made it into the front row of the world championship. And like I said at the beginning, just making the world championship this year was like a huge accomplishment just because the amount of talent that's out there. And the sleds, I mean, the sleds and the technology have come so far, it seems like in the past year, that just making the WC was a huge accomplishment.
For sure.
But yeah, you could see how rough it was out in the 1 and 2 there. I was running that inside line. I'm sure my arms were about ready to fall off, bouncing through the corner, but it, guess it worked somehow.
Yeah, for sure. Now we've got one more here. Let's take a look at this clip.
Troy the Wall's right there, actually. I think that's Troy. That's Zach.
Who took this video?
Spencer.
Oh.
Come on! Bring it, baby!
Spencer.
Cool. So what was going
That
on
was
there?
so that was our heat that advanced us directly to the semifinal. You see, we won that heat there.
Mhm.
That was a good run.
Yeah,
Running
for
the
sure.
inside groove for sure. I was just watching the video. It's funny when you're racing and then to when you're watching it after, you're like, God, I was running pretty low there.
Sure.
But
Is that helpful to you as a racer to look at video of it after the fact and say, well, like maybe I should change this or adjust this or?
yeah, for sure. I know that my dad and the boys, they definitely like every time I go out and I come in, they always have their phone ready to show me.
And he says that's helpful, but you can tell him run, if you just go up 3 sled lengths, you'd be a lot smoother. It doesn't matter. He's gonna run that low side.
Sure.
I do whatever, I don't know. When I'm in the mode, I don't even think about nothing.
Yeah, it all happens so fast.
It does. It happens so fast. You're going down the straightaways and you're just thinking, I need to beat the guy that's next to me. I
Yeah,
don't know
in the
how, but
moment.
I'm gonna. Right. I don't know, but I do like watching. Like, oh, you can see I lost some speed there. Or I pulled on him hard when I came out off exit. Our off exit speed was good, or
Nice.
it definitely helps. So having the technology that we have on these things now, with all the data. I mean, Tucker's really good with that, and that's pretty much what he focuses on. And he can come right over and say, our corner off speed isn't good. We need to change a helix, or our RPMs are way down. We need to, lighten up the primary, or if we're over revving. The technology is, I think, definitely something we'd be in trouble without. The old,
Yeah, for sure.
I look back to the guys that raced there in the 70s and the 80s. They had none of that. They went off their judgment.
That was all seat of the pants, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. It's amazing how far that's come.
It really is.
Cool. Well, cool. So we are at the top of the hour, and I have to confess, I do this from an upstairs bedroom, and 10 o'clock is when people start coming up for bed. So I have to start winding this down. So what I'm going to do is go around and get any final comments, and then I've got a video clip that I think one of the family member of the team made. It's maybe an 8 or 9 minute clip. We'll say our goodbyes, and then we'll play that clip, and then that'll be kind of the way out of the podcast. But do you want to tell us about that clip?
Yeah. I think it was my brother put it together there and shared it. And it's kind of a bunch of videos and pictures from our week out testing and out there racing, and it's a pretty good one. I might have swore just once in the whole entire thing, so just pre-warning. Yeah, I was pretty excited, and I might have dropped the F-bomb that the whole team made it, not just myself.
It's all good. Cool. Well, any final comments before we wrap it up?
No, Mike, we really appreciate this opportunity, and we'll look to do it again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Yeah, it was nice chatting with
weekend.
you.
Yeah, good to meet you, Rob. And
Yeah, very good. And hey, Rob, I gotta say, we do run the Dominator.
Good.
yeah, we do run the Amsoil Dominator, so
You gotta go chain case oil too.
Oh, we haven't tried that.
no,
Yeah.
I haven't tried that yet.
You can put your hand on the chain case afterwards and make it run that much cooler.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah,
We'll
if you
have to
try
look
it,
into it for sure.
if you try it, I'd like to have a report. Let us know how you made out with it, if you found any kind of a difference.
I'll try to look you up at Velcor.
Yeah. If you're in Valcourt, for sure, come over to the trailer. We'd love to meet with you.
Yep. Are you guys going to race there Friday night or just Saturday and Sunday?
Nope, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
Cool deal. We've got a few comments that have come
Good
in.
luck this weekend, boys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Sure. We got a few quick comments that have come in. Reese Fleury says, thank you all for a great show. And David from Alaska Railroad says, good show. Good job, boys. Cool deal. Oh, and Keith Jash says, thanks for the awesome race footage. Well, cool. Well, yeah, thank you everyone for coming on, for the NBR Racing, for Rob, for all of the viewers coming on tonight. You guys make this an amazing podcast. We really appreciate it. All right, yeah, thank you so much, guys. And we'll catch you sometime in the near
Thank
future.
you, Mike. Have a good night.
Have a great night. Take
All
care,
right.
Rob.
Have fun.
Hello, everyone. This is Rob and Mike. How you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing good. Mike, yourself?
Very well. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Now, today, we're going to be talking about AMSOIL. And in a few moments, we're going to show you how you can get the deepest discounts, free shipping, and free gifts when you order your AMSOIL products through us. But first, I'm going to ask Rob to give you a quick description of what AMSOIL is and why you should consider using AMSOIL products in your motorized vehicles.
Thanks, Mike. AMSOIL is 100% synthetic oil. Everybody uses AMSOIL for a different reason. Some people like the benefits that AMSOIL is warranted for 25,000 miles or 1 year. The reason we can do that is because AMSOIL doesn't oxidize. It doesn't form the usual carbons, gums, sludges like petroleum oils do. That's why we can keep it in the engines longer. Petroleum oils never do wear out. They oxidize themselves. That's why they have to be changed at 3,000 kilometers. And AMSOIL likes the benefit that you only have to change the oil once a year. That saves some money. Some of the people like the benefit of AMSOIL is it's a slipperier type lube. By having a slipperier type lube, it cuts down friction and drag. By less friction and drag, engines run 20 to 50 degrees cooler, better gas mileage. Now, AMSOIL says 25% more protection than the industry requires is in the AMSOIL bottles. My average customer gets about 10% increase in gas mileage. That's a big savings.
Yeah.
And by cutting down friction and drag, for every 10 degrees you cut down the friction and drag, doubles the life of the engine. So by having the engine run cooler, it makes it last longer. Some people like the benefit of the range of the AMSOIL. AMSOIL's flash point is 425 degrees, and it pours at 50 below zero.
Wow.
If you ever tried petroleum oil when it's 10 below, it turns to honey. And in the summertime, petroleum oil thins out, and once it thins out, that's when it starts breaking down. So AMSOIL is an all-season oil, can give you better gas mileage, longer engine life, less maintenance. It ends up being cheaper over a year's time running AMSOIL than it is petroleum oils.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And AMSOIL is available for pretty much any motorized vehicle, anything from lawn equipment, cars, trucks, boats, ATVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles.
Yep. And a lot of people phone me up and say, well, what's the benefit of our gear lube? Exactly what I told you about the engine oil. It pours in cold weather, it runs cooler, makes the equipment last longer. And they say, well, what's the benefit of the small engine? Same thing. Makes the engine run cooler, last longer, better performance. So it saves on all the applications that AMSOIL has available.
Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, let's talk now. Hopefully this has convinced people to think about maybe joining us in the AMSOIL experience. Let's talk about some of the discounts and free shipping and how that all happens. I'm going to pop a graphic on the screen. And yeah, by all means, if you want to talk people through how this preferred customer program works.
AMSOIL has a number of different programs. One of our main ones is a catalog customer, where somebody can order directly out of our catalog. If they order out of the catalog, they order $100 worth, AMSOIL will ship it right to their house. But our best program is our preferred customer. For only $10 for 6 months, you become a preferred customer, you save 25% on all the product. You order $100 worth, they're going to give you free shipping. You don't have to order a whole case. You can mix and match. Say you want 4 bottles of small engine, 7 bottles of 5W30, and a couple of gear loops. You can mix and match. You can order 1 bottle at a time if you want. There's no minimums, no maximums. By being a preferred customer, you save over 25% on all the products you're going to buy. AMSOIL sends you extra gifts, a $5 gift certificate on your birthday, $5 when you renew your account, and stuff like that. So it's a good way to save on some of the products you want to buy.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's an incredible value. And this is the deepest level of discount that anyone can get when ordering AMSOIL. Is that correct?
It is. It is.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's take people through the step-by-step experience of placing an AMSOIL order. Then that would include signing up for the preferred customer preferred customer program, so they can receive those deepest levels of discount. So let's go to the website. This is what the website's going to look like. These are some screenshots. Once you go to amsoil.com, there's a link in the description, or you can just type that into a browser, amsoil.com. This is the page you land on. At the upper corner of the page there, you see how I've circled in red. That is the link to click, the Join Now link. That will take you to the Preferred Customer Program page, where you can take advantage of all of these discounts and free shipping and everything that we've just been talking about. This is what that page looks like. In the lower right, you're going to click Join Now. This will pop up. You select the duration you'd like, whether it's 6 months or 12 months, and click Add to Cart. Now, once this pop-up goes away, you'll be back on the main page. And the upper left, you'll see where I've got that red arrow. It says Shop. Now you can start shopping for products, and on your very first order, you're going to get these discounts and the free shipping as long as it's over $100. You'll get all of these benefits right away. So once you click Shop, it's going to take you to a product page. There's different types of oils, lubricants, so on and so forth. For the benefit of this exercise we're doing now, I'm just going to click motor oil. It shows different types of motor oil. Let's click gasoline. Now this takes us to an item. It's their synthetic motor oil. And you can see the item there, and there's choices for different viscosities. But take a look at the price. Let's take a closer look. Let's zoom in. But if you've joined the preferred customer program first, you're going to automatically get the deepest levels of discount. That's what we're looking at here. You're saving $3.80 on that quart of oil. Instead of paying $16.29, you're now paying $12.49 for that quart of oil. That is the deepest level of discount you can possibly get. And then you just add the quantity that you'd like. You select any other items that you're thinking about, add them to the cart. And once you click add to cart for the final time, you're going to see this come up at the top of the screen. It's going to show your items and your the total that you're at so far. Pardon me. And then you just click view cart in the upper right, and that'll take you to your cart. Take a close look here at the upper right. That blue box shows that you're getting free shipping. You're eligible for free shipping on this order because it's over $100. That little yellow box shows that you've got the preferred customer membership on your order that gives you the deepest levels of discounts for the next 6 to 12 months. And then below that, you've got the items that have been selected. For the exercise here, I selected 9 quarts of the signature series, but that brings us up over $100 for the free shipping. We're saving $34.20. And if you're ready to finish, you click checkout now, and that takes you to this screen here. If you haven't signed up with an AMSOIL account at this point, just click in the lower right to create an account, create a new account. It's going to ask you for some basic information, name and those types of things. Now let's take a closer look. You'll see this gray shaded box. This is a very important box. This is going to ask you if someone has referred you to AMSOIL. And if so, please enter my name. My name is Mike LaPierre. It's spelled right there on the screen for the correct spelling. And also the referral number, 304-555-94. That's how you make sure that Rob and I get credit for this. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I have signed up for AMSOIL under Rob. So when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. So if you enjoy these podcasts that we're doing, this is a wonderful way to support the podcast, because when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. And the commissions I make go directly toward offsetting the cost of doing these podcasts. So I thank you in advance for that, for using my referral number. I very much appreciate it. And once you've done that, you just go into the next screen to enter your payment information, and you're done. Now, once you've placed your order that's over $100, and that order includes your AMSOIL preferred customer program, you are now eligible to get a free DVD from myself. Now, this is going to be either a muscle car DVD or a vintage snowmobile DVD. Use the email address on the screen, wkspodcasts@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know which DVD you would like me to send you, the muscle car or the vintage snowmobile DVD, and I'll get that right out to you. As you're typing in that email, in the subject line, be sure and type in capital letters free DVD requests, so it stands out as I'm checking my email, and we'll get that right out to you. So I guess the last thing, Rob, that we wanted to talk about is if someone is considering AMSOIL as a business opportunity.
Yes. If anybody has a retail or a commercial account and they would like to buy directly from AMSOIL, just send Mike a line. He'll show you how to set up, and you can buy directly from AMSOIL. But if you are interested in starting your own part-time business, a part-time business that can grow into a full-time income, Mike and I will show you the AMSOIL marketing plan. AMSOIL has a large selection of products that cover almost every application. So it doesn't matter if you're into snowmobile, boating, or ATVing, or hot rods, we have an oil for every application. It's a fun type business that I really enjoy doing. Where else can I go and have fun and make money doing it? And Mike and I are here to help you all the way along. If you need any help on how to promote or to find new accounts, we're here to help you.
For sure. So when you sign up under that number, this 304-555-94, you're getting Rob and I as a team. Now, Rob has been doing AMSOIL for 40 years. Can you believe that? 40 years. So he knows every aspect of this business, and he knows all of the ins and outs of the products. So he'll be able to help you with any kind of product questions or any kind of questions to show you the different business models that you can do with AMSOIL. And then the other thing that you get when you sign up under me is I've got a strong background in social media. So if you need some coaching on how to generate AMSOIL leads using Facebook and YouTube, I'm happy to coach you with that when you sign up under Rob and I. You get both of us as a team to help you, to coach you, to support you, whatever you need to get you off and running with this business and having fun with it. Like Rob said, it's an enormous amount of fun. If you're like Rob and I and you enjoy going to any kind of boat shows, car shows, motorcycle shows, snowmobile shows, anything with a motor, you like going to those shows, those events, those races, this is a great way to turn that into a income opportunity for you.
Yes. And just by wearing my AMSOIL hat at one of these events, people come up and ask me about AMSOIL. People don't know where to buy it, and I'm there to help them, show them where they can buy the products. Perfect.
Well, cool. Well, this is great. Any final thoughts, Rob, before we wrap it up?
AMSOIL's a fun business. AMSOIL's been around since 1968. It was the first synthetic oil to be AI approved.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's very early in the game too, isn't it?
Yes.
For sure. Well, good. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for viewing. Hopefully, we've gotten you excited as we are about the AMSOIL products. We'd love it if you could join us either as someone who uses the AMSOIL products or to join the AMSOIL team as a business opportunity. And we thank you so much for viewing. Have a great day.
You have a good day.